Yeah.
Welcome back, folks, to 709 Meridian, a commentary podcast. We are your hosts, Dee and Andrew.
Hello.
And we are easing back into our groove here with, as promised, the Predator franchise. We're kicking off here with the 1987 classic Predator with a cast of thousands, a very, a very action-packed film, very testosterone-driven film, and it's just, an all-around good flick. Even from back then till now, you could sit up and watch Predator, and it still works.
Yeah.
So
Predator, we'll talk about it on the way, but yeah, Predator holds up, which is very nice. The Predator franchise, to a point, holds up a lot better than
Aliens.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, you can say that. No, but like newer franchises, like Predator, we'll talk about it. They still had to figure out how to do this shit, and it led to being inventive. So, yeah, Predator. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, play. 20th Century Fox.
What
Walt
a beautiful
Disney
logo,
company. Yep. Say goodbye to that.
Yeah, no more Fox.
20th Century Films presents Aliens versus Predator versus Monsters, Inc. Okay, so now here we have this intro where you've got we're going to see the spacecraft coming from outer space. Gordon Silver Davis. Gordon produced Aliens. He was one of those guys. So there's like a little bit of production crossover between them, but
yeah.
John Davis is the one who still produces them, I think.
And we have a lot of Gordon Silver players in this film.
Or Joel Silver players.
Yeah.
Because it's a Joel Silver too. So before he ended up at Warner. Okay, so there's the Predator ship. We see it for that shot and boom. That's it.
Yep.
So that's a very Alien, or not Alien, the John Carpenter's The Thing opening.
Yes.
But at the time that I saw this, I had not yet seen The Thing. So then we immediately cut to Carl Weathers, Bill Duke, Elpidia Carrillo, Jesse the Body Ventura, Sonny
Landham.
This fucking hack. What's his name? R.G. Armstrong?
Yes. Wasn't he?
He's a fucking hack. Yeah. He's such a... Like, this is the funny thing about it is that, like, they did not get... They had, like, this one stunt cast, and it's like... That would have been a great Kirk Douglas cameo, but fuck no. Like...
Right, it should have been an old school tough guy.
Yep. Roy Scheider. It should have been Roy Scheider. 100%. Because that bar there looks like it's out of Sorcerer.
Dude, what if it was, because he was still alive back then, fucking James Coburn, dude.
Oh, that would have been cool.
That would have been so cool.
Did he smoke cigars? You could have had a cigar off. This was Arnie during his, like... So...
Yeah, this is the height of Arnold, sort of.
Yeah, this is the start of sort of family-friendlier Arnold. Like...
Yeah, Twins was after this.
Yeah, Twins was after this. Kindergarten Cop was in 3 years. Like... This was his last big action movie until Terminator 2, right? Because there was Red Heat, 88.
And Red Heat didn't quite.
Red Heat was not a hit, so...
No.
it was good that he was able to do comedy. Jim and John Thomas, who have not written very much besides their credits on Predator scripts, and of course they wrote Executive Decision.
Oh wow.
Yep,
So it was their idea to get rid of Steven Seagal early on.
pretty much.
And the music is just kicking us in the ass right now. Just that Alan Silvestri music.
Remember when Alan Silvestri scores were like something to look forward to?
Yes.
And
Till
then
they
his
all started sounding like
the Avengers.
either Predator or Back to the Future. All right, here's
So
the setup.
the other trivia note about Predator is when they upconverted this, or when they did the new print,
Wait a minute. Hold
they
up. Here it
oh,
comes.
here he is. Ah,
Oh, he sees his buddy. Dylan, son of a bitch. Oh, whoa.
yep.
There we go. Some other.
The 80s when men could be men and just
Men
work
could be
out together.
men.
Yeah.
Manly men. Just
Manly men running together in the surf. Like, was Carl Weathers in this because he was a muscle man who could act? Or was he
yeah.
in it because Arnold was jealous of Stallone?
I think Weathers was a good choice
Yeah.
because
Who
he
else
got
would you
what
have gotten? I mean, for this kind of thing,
Lou
like
Gossett
too
for
old.
some weird reason.
Lou Gossett could have been the boss. That would have been cool if he'd been the
Yeah,
boss.
exactly.
Because Lou Gossett never really got to do the yelling black boss thing. That would have been fun, but
Other than Officer and a Gentleman.
and that's too early because that's not fun
Yeah, that was
enough.
way
Yeah,
back. But he did tough guy in The Principal
yeah, yeah,
and you know Chappie in
yeah.
Iron Eagle.
As those got less and less like real movies.
Right. But Carl Weathers, he got Action Jackson after this, and they never went forward after that. For
Hurricane Smith
some, oh
TV
yeah,
movie.
Hurricane Smith
Yep. He
was
really should have just found himself a action franchise on TV in about 92.
yeah. Well, he ended up on some cop show. He was on the last couple of seasons of In the Heat of the Night,
Okay.
and
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
but there was another cop show he was on where he was like the lead. It was a Canadian,
Hmm.
syndicated show, but forgot what that was.
All right. So there's Jesse the Body Ventura,
Jesse, Bill
Bill
Duke,
Duke. Bill Duke, of course, had been in Commando.
Commando. A lot of these guys were in Commando, and they were spread out. That's why they're the Silver Pictures players.
Hmm. There's Shane Black, who
Shane Black,
the same year would have a hit with a certain script called Lethal Weapon.
yes sir.
Yeah, this was sort of the era where action got mainstream, like
Yeah,
bloody
thanks to
action got mainstream.
thanks to Arnold and Sly. You know,
I feel
um,
like more thanks to Arnold than
yeah, well,
Stallone.
Arnold, yeah, because his Sly started out with uh, First Blood, which was kind of it wasn't intended to be an action picture,
Right. First
but
Blood's a real movie still.
then when Rambo 2 came around in 85, Arnold had hit his stride, and it was all shifting towards just straightforward action. So yeah, Arnold gets that. He definitely gets the
Yeah. And Stallone was kind of lost with that.
yeah, because he was still trying to give us messages even in Rambo 2. All right. Tell him, Jesse.
That's Jesse's campaign slogan.
I wish it was.
But yeah, we're meeting the team here. So this is a year after Aliens. And when was Nomads? Nomads must have been 86 then too, right?
Mm.
So Nomads, so this is John McTiernan's second movie. His first movie's Nomads, director or starring Pierce Brosnan and shit. I can't remember her name, British lady, but it's
Mm.
weird and not good. Leslie Ann Down. I've
Okay.
only seen it once. It's kind of indescribable. Okay, so we're establishing here that Carl
Yeah.
Weathers
Carl
is a
Weathers is an
suit.
outsider.
Yeah,
They don't
this will
like
be
him.
important. But will Carl Weathers prove himself because he's got muscles? Yes, he will. It's 1988 or 1987. But yeah, so then McTiernan did this, and then the year after this, he did Die Hard, became the hottest shit in the world with Die Hard and Right A Hunt for Red October, pissed it all away with Medicine Man, came back with Die Hard 3, what's it called? Thomas Crown, pissed it away with Rollerball, then stalked his wife, and sad end to a really good career
Good.
because
Yeah.
he's
As an
like
action movie director.
John McTiernan, yeah, as an action movie director, like I don't know how you get better than John McTiernan. Like
No.
he's fucking up there. Like the appreciation that Die Hard has gotten over the years has been really nice
Yes.
because people didn't take that shit seriously at the time. Like not really. It took a
Dude,
while to convince people of that.
it was popular because even there's an episode of Booker
Where they talk about
that
Die.
literally it literally rips off Die Hard. It's Richard Grieco and the air shafts and the dirty wife beater shirt. Just
Okay. But yeah, so Die Hard would then start the Die Hard, trope where you've got
yes,
one hero on a fixed
against
location against multiple terrorists with a
right.
stunt cast, and you can just make that movie over and over again until CGI is ready for Iron Man or whatever happened, because it's basically what happened.
Yep.
All right, so now we've got people in nature. So they shot on location somewhere. There's some of it that did not shoot on location that we can talk about, but like they did a fucking nice job of this. Like, oh, it's so green.
It
Like,
looks so good.
imagine if Return to Swamp Thing just out of nowhere looked this fucking good, right? Like, oh,
Oh my god! At
just out
least
of
the suit
nowhere.
would look even better
Oh,
upside
it
all of
looks
this.
so good in that. Yeah, the suit in Constant Mist, please, look great. Okay, so it's the other thing. It's got lots of these all the dudes in the shot action movies. It is an ensemble piece, which is
Yes.
not something Stallone did after 1980, I don't think. Like,
No, he was. It was always Stallone against
yeah,
this
Nighthawks was
army of dudes.
probably the last one, and Billy D. Williams disappears for the second half of that movie.
Yes, that's another one. I wish they had done a sequel to.
Yeah. You would have had to recast Stallone. He wouldn't have done it. They would have recast it with Ken Wall.
No, they would have gotten it worse. They would have got who's that? Robert McGinty,
Oh
the
shit.
exterminator guy.
Oh god. I don't think Billy D. Williams wouldn't have done it at that point.
Shout out to the dude, this guy,
Yeah,
Poncho.
he's
He's
fucking
really
good
good.
too. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's been in like 4 other fucking movies or something.
it's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Here we go.
That was a really nice
Sonny,
shot from McTiernan there. The zoom
uh,
in.
Sonny Landham,
Yep.
who they say they needed a special bodyguard for him to keep him to have his hands off everybody else. Like
I mean, oddly,
he's
he's like kind of good and like really good in this. Like,
he's good in this, yeah, on camera,
but
but
apparently he's a fucking psycho.
he's a
Cool, cool.
psycho behind the scenes. Even worse, his character in Action Jackson. God, he plays like a
Was that
druggie.
what I remember him from? Okay, yeah.
He was also in 48 Hours, another wasn't that
Yeah, he's a
Norton
was 48 hours the first one silver? That could have been silver.
Silver, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That
they got the same guys over and over
we could
again,
fill that out. We could do the silver of the 80s.
Yes.
We could do that.
So it was always him, James Remar,
Yeah.
uh, Bill Duke. The only guy missing in this movie is
What's
Mr.
going
Indo.
on? Oh yeah, Al Young.
Al
What's
Leon,
going
yeah.
on? What's going on? There must be something going on here.
But they've all appeared in, any one of these movies.
And this, of course, was before you could just look it up on IMDb. And so, like, you're an 8-year-old too talking about this. And in some cases, you weren't supposed to be watching it.
You weren't
And
supposed to be watching this shit.
like, Commando and Predator become the same movie, right? Like, it's
And
like,
I've
oh, yeah,
seen every single one of these in theaters.
he's rescuing, he was rescuing his, ooh, there we go.
Ah,
Yep. I mean, it's pretty fucking gross. Like,
ugh. And it looks as real as possible if they can make it look.
yeah, you can't go wrong with gore 80s
No,
build up
they
for gore effects. They really they loved this
yeah,
shit. Like,
they just live for these. Nowadays, it would just be skulls, probably
yeah, you wouldn't even fucking like
bloody
because
skeletons.
nobody does this with a budget, and anybody does it on the cheap's gonna do it bad these days
Yeah,
because there's no art left to it.
and the person's name is Hopper, not Harper, because Arnold in his accent.
Dutch. What's his
Dutch,
last name? Does he even have a Schaefer? But I don't know
Dutch
if they ever
Shaper.
say
Yeah,
it in the movie.
no, I think the full name didn't come in till maybe the comics.
Yeah. So the comics sort of kept Predator alive.
Yes.
Because it get so the thing about making a movie with a 3-year interval is that it gives you enough time to make the movie, witness Batman 1, 2, and arguably 3, and plenty of other things like the Star Wars movies. But the
Yeah.
problem is that it people forget shit, right? Like in
Mm.
the era before being able to watch every Thor movie 4 times and in preparation for the movie the sequel that's too late, everybody zoomed it up to 2 years and everything got shitty. Like every single 2 year
Yeah.
sequel sucks basically until Marvel came around. So comics, the licensed titles kept shit alive like
Yes.
at the 2-year mark.
Predator,
Like
Aliens, RoboCop.
like RoboCop had cartoons though. Like
Yeah, RoboCop
it,
had that cartoon.
it could
Rambo
sell
had a
itself as a
cartoon.
kids movie. Yeah, those were the kids movies.
Commando, there's an interesting story behind that, was supposed to have a cartoon. Um, but they didn't follow through with that. And it was also supposed to be, I think, um, Die Hard was intended to be the sequel to
Something
Commando at
like
one
that.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Die Hard sequels have interesting stories. 3 was originally going to be
Yes.
Lethal Weapon 4, all sorts of, or 3, all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
I think we just saw the Predator vision for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, there's really not a lot you can say. Like, the movie gets long, this movie, but until it gets long, it's fucking great. Like,
The pacing is amazing, though.
it's great, yeah, because they're on a mission, right? It's a
Yeah.
Dirty Dozen thing, except without. I think the Dirty Dozen has an hour in front of it where it fucking sets everything up. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, going in.
And we got this Predator vision that kind of got sort of, I would say, phased out in the sequels somewhat. I
Yeah,
can't
once it
remember if they kept this
stopped,
up.
no, because I think once it was like we can see multiple spectrums. In the second one, you can see multiple spectrums, and then at
Yes, we
that
could
point,
change
it
it.
gets phased out.
Yeah.
Oh, here, hold on.
There we go. I'll bleed you.
I'll bleed you.
God.
This is another one where Bill Duke. This is another one of the Academy. Like, there's no reason Bill Duke shouldn't have
Bill
it
Duke shouldn't have
as
got
a
nominated.
supporting actor for this. Like,
Yeah. Everybody was really good in this. But Bill Duke just was this,
yeah,
I think he's the one who emotionally went through a lot
yeah,
because he lost, his
because
buddy.
they get a fight. That's the thing about this is it's like Aliens mostly takes place over the fight on the fucking colony, right?
Mm,
But so we're just getting that fight thing. Imagine we had all the setup, blah blah blah. But Aliens doesn't have a lot of drama for those characters. It's got a teeny little bit, right? But
right.
this is going to have lots of drama for the characters who make it because once they start dying off, like it's it's kind of like a slasher movie structure, but
Yes.
a 80s action movie.
Very much the 10 Little Indians sort of.
Yeah. And this whole idea of baking special effects into sci-fi elements into non-sci-fi things,
Mhm.
that
And there
that
we
took a
have
while for people to catch on to. Like it took them 5 or 6
that's Arnold's buddy there
yeah.
with the pistol, Sven Ole Thorson.
What's his name in Mallrats?
LaFours.
LaFours. So that shot of Arnold there is the one that they always used in comic scene to announce Sergeant Rock.
Yes. That was actually in the first issue of Comic Scene that I ever got. Right before an article, a Judge Dredd article that nominated Peter Weller and Nancy Allen for the lead.
I mean, she would have been better as Anderson than he would have been as Dredd. I don't think.
Well, Weller would have.
I mean, he would have been fine, but like he would have
Yeah.
been better than Stallone, but he wouldn't have been as good as Carl Urban.
No, Carl Urban owned that completely. And shame on the industry for not pushing a sequel to that.
So we got tension between characters as they try to achieve this goal of like this. It's just hard to explain or to sort of like you got to see some shitty 70s movies to know what scene they're doing, right?
Mm,
Like when you had action commando movies in like the 30s and 40s, you couldn't have stuff like this because you were shooting on a sound stage. So once you got to be able to do this kind of thing, it took a while for people to, put the money behind it, and then also for people to get good at directing it. So it was like this long building sort of genre.
Hmm. Another movie to compare this to somewhat. Um, it's adjacent to this, but Southern Comfort.
I've never seen it. I gotta see that. Walter Hill is basically the guy who should have achieved this and
He
didn't.
should have done more action pictures.
Like he put in so much work in all these different eras of the film, but like
Yeah, he's
he
very, very character driven. I think.
yeah, Arnold can even surprise him. Also, you have to understand during the 80s,
Wait a
South
minute.
Americans. Oh,
Okay, guy who jumps in a truck, long haired dude,
okay.
Henry Kingi, who's an actor, stunt guy, also appears in the beginning of Predator 2 as a
Okay.
completely different character. We'll, we'll jump on that once that comes up.
But there's also sort of so they can't we started the mission before sunrise, right? And we're going through the day with them. Like it's a very just
Yes,
like smartly done
and
action. Like
this is what they do on a regular. So
yeah,
you can see they're very prepared, very
they
they're a
go
competent team.
they go to South America and kill a bunch of really poor South American people because it's the 1980s, and that's
Everybody
what
else is the
America
enemy but
did.
America.
Yeah, that's what America did. Is that German?
There were no what you call them accords from Civil War.
Oh, yeah, no.
What did they call that shit? They had to sign that shit, and that's what sparked it all. The something accords.
Not the Geneva Convention.
No,
The
no.
Civil War? I can't remember.
In yeah, Captain America Civil War.
Oh, man, I thought you were talking about the Civil War. What
Not
the
the yeah,
fuck?
not
I
not the
don't
real
know.
shit.
The fucking dr- bar, bar, Market Accords, the
Yeah,
Wakovian Accords, or whatever.
yeah. Either
Where's
way,
Wanda
that's what
from?
sort of
Yeah,
divided the group.
yeah. Okay, so we still
Oh, the
have not the
Sokovia Accords.
Sokovia.
I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
Eh,
We have not lost any of our heroes yet. So we're
no,
27 minutes in, and there aren't. We saw a spaceship at the beginning, but we have not seen anything. If you walked in on this movie, it's
you would think
basically
this is it.
Commando.
This is
It's
just
Commando
yeah.
2.
Arnold's got a team with him now.
But I mean, I feel like Predator is one of those movies. It's like 5 minutes too long.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
Oh, yeah,
Arnold
there it was.
one liner.
Arnold still did that shit. It was
I think this was the first he didn't do I'll be back, right? Oh, there goes Spin.
oh,
I don't
we're
think he does
running
I'll be
down
back
the
in this one.
no, he doesn't. He didn't see this as a franchise at all. Like Arnold was not looking for sequels.
His I think Arnold's baby was Conan in a way. Because he did kind of push a sequel to that. Because he
Yeah, and
felt
that was early too, right? Like
yeah.
and
Because he felt the
Terminator.
destroyer was a disappointment.
Oh, the Russians.
Good work, Mac. This is when he had a lot of dialogue too.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Yeah. This is
here we go.
I can't type to bleed.
Macho ain't got time to bleed. You got time to duck.
Love that guy. I love
Yes,
Pancho.
Pancho is dope.
Okay, so
Okay,
here we go.
now we
Carl
know
Weathers is
why they're
also
there.
running around with his submachine gun in a very macho pose.
Oh, there they were. Everybody else was too scared. So I'm not going down there. Oh, this is the meat grinder. Oh,
Yeah,
Trouble in Paradise. Oh, Expendable. Which kind of pisses me off that Carl Weathers never made it in those.
yeah. Stallone is not a Stallone. Stallone's ego is never going to let that happen.
Uh,
Be fucking funny if they just bring him back to life in Creed 3.
Apollo faked his death in '85.
Is the is Tessa Thompson deaf or blind? I can't remember.
I think she's deaf.
And the baby's deaf. Okay, so
Oh my god.
Apollo starts talking to the baby, who's going to be just a small child in the next one, but the baby doesn't hear his voice. But then dad's listening to tapes of Apollo talk. And so the kid doesn't know to tell him that Apollo's really alive. It's Carl Weathers' lifelong fuck you to Stallone.
I just remember the Rocky skit they did on A Living Color. And Keenan Ivory Wayans played Apollo, and it was Rocky versus Grace Jones or something. And Raleigh's lacing up his boxing gloves. Keenan goes, and I know I came back from the dead to train you. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Ah, cool voice recall from
Yeah.
Predator.
This was this was state of the art for 1987.
Excellent. That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Donald McAlpine, I think is who the name guy who shot this. Very good stuff.
yes. There you go, Billy.
Finally got a laugh out of him.
All right.
All right, but wait. What was the name of his character on G.I. Joe?
All right. Spirit. Spirit was the Joe's uh, Native American tracker
Yeah.
who only used a knife as a weapon, but fought ninjas.
I don't even know if I'm interested in knowing enough about GI Joe and how it tied into
Oh,
action
dude,
movie culture. Oh, sorry, everybody.
the original cartoon. Oh God, all of these characters are
Oh,
somebody
well,
from
yeah,
GI
I
Joe.
know. I know. That's what I mean, is that I'm like, they basically got to the point where this TV show,
I think that's kind of why this was big with kids in a way,
yeah, because
and it
they're
wasn't
all
supposed to be.
familiar. Yeah, because you could imagine the action figures,
Yeah, you could
right?
use your Joe
Like your
figures
Joe
to
figures are perfect for this. You just don't have a predator.
right, or you could use one of the cobras as the predator.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here finally we're gonna get the reveal of that's not a normal hand.
No, now is that Kevin Peter Hall's hand or
Jean-Claude Van
Jean Claude Van
Damme.
Damme?
I don't remember
Because he did say a lot of his material, I guess, before the reveal, like
is
the
Van
invisible
Damme.
stuff, is still Van Damme. A lot of it.
So yes, Van Damme was supposed to be the Predator back when the movie was called The Hunter or something,
Yeah,
and he got fired.
and there's a lot of behind the scenes footage
Yeah,
of him in costume or the light bin costume, not the actual Predator uniform, but the invisible suit.
and that would be the last time Van Damme worked for a movie studio until 1993.
Yeah, wasn't he a cannon guy? He was a cannon
Yeah, he
guy
was a
for a
cannon
minute.
guy, and then oh god, I
Cyborg.
can't remember who fucking did like Double Impact.
I did like what was it? Kickboxer and Bloodsport was okay.
But I don't even think Bloodsport was canon. I think they bought that.
Yeah. And to me, the only good Van Damme movie is Time Cop. That was like his
That was the yeah,
one legit uh before he did the John Woo, I think.
yep, or after. I can't remember.
No, I think it was before. Because Hard Target was like when John Woo tried to come over to America
Yeah.
and
Okay, so got our montage out of the way since we've revealed that it is an alien.
and
Not
here
sh-
we establish even further that Jesse and Bill Duke are team within the team.
yep, good friends, the buddies. Okay.
Stop sandbagging it. Drop it.
Getting away from fucking Carl Weathers.
Uh,
I don't know why she wasn't in more stuff.
yeah, gosh, she barely, yeah, she went on to other things, but you didn't see her in much. Like normally she would be Maria Conchita Alonso,
Mm-hmm.
who appears in the next one.
Everybody walk down the hill. Okay. can't remember what the trailer to this is like, but I don't remember it being a very good trailer.
No, not at all. It was more Schwarzenegger in the jungle, and he's the prey. You know,
Yeah,
they didn't even really, because I think it was supposed to be a big secret that, they didn't even reveal the predator, I don't think, in the
right.
trailer. It was really sold on Schwarzenegger alone.
It's a prequel to Commando when he and Bill Duke were still friends.
Hey, it should have had. Well, fuck it. Vernon Wells should have been one of the dudes. John, I'll be waiting, John.
I don't think there was a Panavision Predator movie until like the Predators, maybe?
Mm,
Like there was really a move not to go that wide with these so they
mm.
wouldn't suffer too much on TV. And then you had somebody like James Cameron who was
All about every inch of the
Cannons.
frame,
Yeah. So
because this was another huge video hit. This is my uncle's favorite movie. Like, he's part of the reason why I've probably seen it so many damn times. Because every family gathering, this shit would be on the TV playing.
CBS Fox Home Video. CBS
Yeah,
Fox Home Video had their very effective ad campaign at the beginning. Predator, Die Hard. What else
Die
was in
Hard.
there? And then there was the sci-fi one with Cocoon and
Oh Lord, yeah.
was Aliens in there? In the
Aliens had to be because it
Aliens
was
was
it was
somewhere, but what was
huge.
with Cocoon? Was Short Circuit wasn't in there.
Short,
Fox did a lot of sci-fi. Like
yeah.
that's why it was so disappointing when they like
Because for a
fucked
minute
around with X-Men. Yeah.
they tried to sell Cocoon as a sci-fi picture till it actually came out, and then it was like, nope, this is a movie about cuddly old people who recapture their youth.
But it was also when Star Trek 4 came out and sort of crossed
Yeah,
over and
exactly. That's what
yeah.
kind of lit the fuse with like sci-fi when people
Mm-hmm.
were really connecting with it. Oh,
Oh,
oh no. Here we go. Woo! Down goes Shane Black.
and I
Was he
mean,
Hopkins, right?
was it Hopkins? I mean, at this point, I'm trying to think, like, you had not seen anything like that
No.
because this is years before Terminator 2. This is before The Abyss.
This, yeah.
The last time you'd really seen computer graphics in movies, it was
Last
Last
Starfighter,
Starfighter, right? So, like,
Star Trek 2.
Star Trek 2. So, you hadn't yet started seeing the idea that they were going to be able to,
Do something like this.
yeah. And the other thing that makes it so impressive is that um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's gross.
Oh,
She didn't do that. Um, so what actually made the technology possible was like some kind of printing on. It had to do with
Hawkins.
Hawkins, the computer printing on like a frame of film or something. Uh, and that's why it took so long for computers to like really get good, like the Abyss, where you could just do that kind of thing. Until then, they were like, so this, they're putting together the effects with the state of
Yeah.
the art, but before it made that leap forward
Mhm.
for like Jurassic Park too. I can't remember what that shit's called. It's been too long. Doesn't matter
And
anymore.
also, the shape of the predator doesn't quite match.
No, right.
Like the silhouette, the invisible silhouette doesn't quite match what he really looks like. We always used to call Invisible Predator the Silver Hawk because that's what he kind of looked like.
Pancho could have been talking to her the whole time.
Exactly. How does he say he? How does he say that's not what she said? He doesn't even speak the language. That's not what she said. Right.
Oh,
Thing. Mm-hmm.
to your friend Arnold.
Here's where the dominoes start to fall.
Yep. And we have an hour left, right? Like,
Yeah. Like I say, the pace is tight in this.
it's so good. It's so good. That's why you can feel that extra 5 minutes at the end.
Yep.
Like, seriously, that's all it is. Like, I mean, MTV. Oh,
Very
oh.
80s.
Can you imagine just getting away? Like, even what the hell would you even do? Why would you have a shirt in a
Yeah.
movie now, right? Like,
No, you couldn't even. Well, now it's all nostalgia. Let me wear my Qbert T-shirt.
right. Uh,
Just to
Robert
show
Downey
how.
Jr. wearing a Disney Plus T-shirt and something.
Yeah. Let me wear the symbol of one of the Game of Thrones houses T-shirts. Matter of fact, what was it? I just saw a trailer for Shazam 2, and one of the kids is wearing a Goonies T-shirt, and it's like, oh god.
There you go. There you go. The forced nostalgia of
Yeah.
Goonies can only escape so long.
What what is a 2002 kid doing? 2022 kid. What does he like Goonies for? Oh no.
Yep.
And there's Hawkins. Fresh, freshly hung Hawkins.
It's a cute
But he
little
wasn't
animal,
quite
right?
right.
It's a little pig.
No, the pig is later, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. There you go.
Uh,
It's an adorable skunk. Nope.
oh
So we don't even get
God.
the firing shot, right? We get the
Yeah.
surprise sniper shot. Then we get to see what
Just the,
made
the
it. Like,
the kill shot. Just
oh,
all right. He sees it.
Bill Duke's like, man, fuck Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right. The greatest destruction of half of friggin' jungle.
Yes. There you go. You just saw the only important thing, that there's some blood on the leaf.
Yeah.
But it's the 80s and they've got machine guns.
The
So
Gatlin.
this is the ultimate G.I. Joe playset. Could you imagine
Yes.
this? Right? Like, depending on how many figures you have placed, you hit a button and that's how much of the jungle explodes.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
Fuck ammo, right?
Yeah, that's what's always so funny about people making fun of John Woo and Robert Rodriguez. The only reason anybody noticed that was is because the movies started getting more self-aware. Like
Yeah.
nobody ever asked where when Dutch ran out of ammo. Well, they will,
Mhm.
but not sure, not yet. Everything's fine so far.
Decimated jungle.
Mhm. I don't think I've ever listened to a commentary on Predator. How the fuck did they just chop down the jungle? Like
uh, they might have actually
did they just let him
let them
shoot?
just
Because
destroy shit.
Arnold was very big into guns then.
Yeah.
Like
I think they just let them go.
they just like I
Who's
think
gonna
I
say
know
no to
why
Arnold, Jesse, and
and Carl Weathers wanted to join. Like I bet this is why Elpidia Carrillo did not want to do more of this shit. It's just like they were
yeah,
just
enough
shooting
of this.
machine guns all the time. It's fucking weird.
Mm.
Didn't hit a
Wait a
thing,
minute.
but we saw it.
Yeah.
We saw them hit it. What about the blood?
Back. Arnold still has his head in the game, which is really
Yep.
cool. It's not really until later that he just. This is, I think, the first Arnold movie where you see him afraid to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got range in this one, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he's not just beating shit down and.
yeah. Because for a while he just played the Terminator as everybody. So
Yeah. Like Conan maybe was a little more human, but here's when I guess he started acting.
yeah.
I think they tried it in Raw Deal, but Raw Deal fucking sucked. Like,
Still don't think I've ever seen it.
Raw Deal is horrible.
That's why I've never seen it. I just think I always knew that it was just
Yeah,
like
it's
nobody's
bad.
ever like there are people who are like, see the Running Man, like,
Running Man, I love.
see, there's that era.
I like
HBO
the Running Man.
1985, Running Man's on there.
Like I'll say, I like the Running Man better than fucking Total Recall, which was
Ooh, I like
yeah,
Total Recall.
yeah. I like the Running Man better.
All right. I gotta watch it again.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, shit, Richard Dawson in the Running Man, dude. Like,
I love this shot. This
yes,
this was just such a nice, like the fucking light is so nice. Like we're
exactly. They lit him really well.
and now it's fucking gone. What the fuck just happened? It was really shady over there.
Mm.
So now it is the evening. We're going to be burying Jesse the Body Ventura. We have our possibly
And it does kind of
official
have the
music.
same sort of plot structure as Aliens, where they're all being taken out one by one.
Yeah, but there's none of this. I'm at
Right?
there's none of,
in
there's
Aliens,
yeah, there's not
no
this much.
time to,
Yeah, it's like, and we don't have the emotive music. Like this is very. Did Silvestri do Field of Dreams? Like,
I don't know.
but
I just remember all of his scores at one point. there's parts of him that sound exactly like something
Yeah.
else he did.
Well, James Horner did that too.
Yes, James
Um,
Horner just literally took, you know, pieces of shit and
yeah.
repeated them.
It's like nobody saw that. Nobody watches Titanic saw Star Trek 3. Fuck, man. I think he did that with a romantic comedy. It's just Star Trek 3. It's
hmm
fine. Oh, we're missing the introduction of Kevin.
Yeah, now we can finally see Mr. Kevin Peter Hall as the Predator. This is the final suit, final costume.
So Fox actually had experience with doing sci-fi movies from the 70s too, with Planet of the Apes. So there you go. There was your first shot of the Predator. We do not get to see it for long, which is why when people talk about how long Spielberg waited with Jaws, it's like, yeah, but how long did we really wait with the Predator? Or like,
Yeah,
it's just a
I
thing.
think
Like,
though they were forced in this because
yeah, they did have
it
some
was a while
problems.
before they came with the final look of the monster in this.
Dan Winston.
hmm
So yeah, you've always got to be cut off from pickup.
And Mac is still very much in shock,
Yep.
very much mourning.
Bill Duke.
Yeah,
Uh,
the way he just delivers all of this.
yep. He's so good in this one. Okay. So now we're going to interrogate her. She has not told him about the neon blood,
Mm.
which is apparently dried. That's the other thing is that the jungle setting, like, there was just sort of an assumption that Predator movies could always take place in the jungle, right?
hmm
Like, bringing it to another location took some convincing.
Yeah, because part two makes a little more sense. You know, the
Yeah.
city is a jungle.
But then Predators brings them back to the jungle. Predators is like the proto uh, Force Awakens, where they have their
Yeah,
checklist of things that they're going to
it's a
repeat from
throwback.
the first one. Yeah.
Yep. Even down to they actually have one of the predators in it that looks like this one.
There's like somebody just decided to let Bill Duke act in this one. Like, oh, love it.
Cut your name into him. Yes. Now, yeah, here we go. Where are
There's
you?
there's my 80s blue light.
Yes.
There is a series of publicity stills from this with Arnold fighting the Predator where they're on a jungle set and it is just the blue light in the background. My fucking 80s, my hated 80s blue light is in the background. I'm just like, fuck you. But
Or the
of any 80s
spotlights,
Blu-ray, that's about as good as it's gonna get.
all the spotlights in the background in another 48 hours.
Does Carl Weathers do anything right in this fucking movie?
He tries to make up for it
That's true.
later,
That's
but
true.
it just leads him to.
Why didn't she run? Came back for the body. This is another thing that the franchise quickly loses is the Predator being obsessive about collecting its victims.
Yeah, it's trophies.
Because once you got him killing a bunch of people, you don't have time for that shit anymore. Like, that's so fucking good. Pancho is so good in this. And then, like,
he is. You almost kind of wish he stayed with Arnold at least till
the
last sequence.
Second time Arnold, or at least the second time Arnold's had a realization in the movie. Because he doesn't crack for a while.
No.
I know you speak English.
You're right. There is a marked difference between Arnold and Commando and Arnold in this.
Fucking lizard.
Fucking lizard.
Yeah. I mean, and Commando.
They tried to soften him up a bit and give him some dialogue.
Give him Alyssa Milano, give him a kid to save and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. But this here is. The thing is, acting is a little better in this.
Yeah.
Maybe because there's more guys on his level. Or they make him look good.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We can kill it.
Okay, so now we've got
here's a plan.
Yep, and we've got the montage of setup, which
and now we're easing right into like the last half of the movie.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, what's great about Predator is like the first act is really brisk, and then like the 15 minutes that we just went through, it like slows down, but it's like got a nice like
it still keeps going.
Yeah.
There's a pace.
There's the pace and your, inquisitive thing where you're learning about the Predator and shit. It's really cool. Like, yeah.
See, he wasn't doing shit.
Why don't you take off your shirt?
Take your shirt off. There you go.
There you go, Carl Weathers.
Put your back into it, Apollo. Shit.
Sonny Landham was obviously like, no, I'm not taking off my shirt for the men's health centerfold. Like,
right. They were on the set that day.
I'm sure there's a American Bodybuilder, whatever the fuck that
Oh yeah,
magazine
they had
was called. I'm
a
sure.
Predator special
Oh
edition.
yeah, like I don't think people don't understand how big bodybuilding was for a
Yeah, way
second
in the
there.
80s.
Like, and it fucking stuck around too. Like,
They even the Incredible Hulk movies of the late 80s where
yes,
Lou was even bigger in those.
I feel like the cheesy muscle beach shit in the early 90s helped kill it. Like, oh,
Mhm.
Bill Duke's drawn
Uh-oh.
blood there is he's distracted. Oh, and here's
Mm.
do they have this in the second one? Is this like a thing? No, because nobody knows
Yeah, in the second one,
about the
everybody's clueless.
predator. Yeah, so there's
They
no
don't learn about it until
scary
like near the
stories.
end, almost.
Yeah.
Like till Gary Busey explains everything.
Arnold looking over out of focus. Like just such a fucking nice shot. Oh,
Yes.
yep. There you go.
Mm,
Yep. Carl Weathers does not buy that shit at all.
right. It's like, bitch, please.
Don't try cheese, Dutch. Don't try cheese.
The predator's like a raptor. He doesn't want to be fed. And that's what I think they took a lot of Jurassic Park, I think, took some beats from Predator.
Yeah, the thing too. Like
Yep.
alien. Like it was. People don't appreciate that that was just Spielberg packaging
Yeah, he was repackaging all of this
R-rated genre
for
into
family
for
entertainment.
family entertainment. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Woo.
I don't think I've ever heard it chirp before.
No, or screech like that.
Yeah, what's it? Jean-Claude
Woo.
Van
Oh
Damme.
no, Poncho.
Yeah, it's the end of That's basically the end of Poncho.
Yeah.
That's the other thing about these action movies is sometimes characters get killed off, and if you're not paying attention, you don't.
Oh,
They're too busy with the next scene. Yeah, the Predator had his hair up before. That's why the hair wasn't visible.
uh-uh. Here's
Yep.
Carl Weathers doing his Lando Calrissian. Hey, I'm here to help now. I love you.
Predator 6. Stolen a love story.
Look, Poncho is so good there. I can make it.
But yeah, so we've basically kept most of the cast alive for at least the first half hour. Now
And
we've just
here's where
lost.
all
Yeah.
just all the dominoes are falling at this point. Here we go.
Yep.
Here's wait, she got everything. What happens?
So fucking good. Ugh.
Yeah. Get him, Mac.
They're in the part of the jungle with a lot of leaves, apparently. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Does he not even get to see? I can't remember the. Pay close attention to your limited edition Dylan figure with the two SMGs. Yep.
My aunt always makes fun of how much eyeliner, what eyeliner Carl Weathers is wearing. Like it's gonna be noticeable in a minute.
Well, the fucking Predator's like doing stretches, like it's doing yoga.
He's just getting ready to kill them. He's flexing. He's like, I see y'all down there.
Predator is one of those movies that realizes if you whisper, sometimes you can get away with your silly macho dialogue. Like
Yeah.
it's very effective if you whisper, yes. This is another action figure set piece coming up here. Like the very special set where
You know, I always wondered all these years in McFarlane toys and all that shit, why did they never come out with a collection of figures for this?
did they never do they must have
I
done the
don't think
Predator.
they've done the Predator multiple times, but they never
The
done
likeness.
the
That's why.
guys. Well,
They
yeah,
never
the
paid for it.
rights, the likeness
And
rights.
yeah,
But they kind of when he did the aliens figures, they made their way, around that. Oh shit. Ah, there
yep.
goes Mac.
There goes Mac.
Damn.
Yep.
Uh
And it was the Jean-Claude Van Damme one. That sucks.
mhm.
And his legs still fucking twitching.
Just
No trophy either, unless I can't remember if he goes back.
he goes back because this is where they all just
Yeah.
mm.
That's very important, everyone.
Yep.
Predators don't kill you if you're not armed. That I think goes out the movies by the fourth one. Can't remember about the third one. All right, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, Carl Weathers and his guy liner. Oh,
Yep.
oh, this shit sucks. See, look.
Yeah. He's
And he's
tired,
got on
man.
guy liner.
He's just tired. That's his tired guy liner. That's in the
Got smoky eyes.
that's in the oh, he saw the eyes, just like Max said.
Uh,
That's in the men's health thing. Eyeliner tips from Carl Weathers. Boom.
ah. Oh my God. Now that is a realistic looking
But wait,
arm,
Carl Weathers wants his own action franchise. So what's he
right?
gonna do?
To hell with it.
Very creatively shot.
Yeah. Because normally they don't
And
really.
nope,
Uh,
just so fast. The editing in this is great.
yeah.
McTiernan's always got great editing.
Look at that shot though.
Yep, that was nice.
Hmm.
And we don't get anything else like it again, really. Like,
No.
do we get another shot of it with Billy? Let's see.
Billy just gives up. Of course, this
No.
probably wasn't even in the script. Sonny probably really believed there was a predator out there that he could fight.
If you read I think it's on the IMDb trivia page, or at least it was for Prey. Somebody said, "But what if Billy's from the tribe in
Yeah, I read
Prey?"
that.
Yeah, I was just like, "Yeah, what if?" Okay.
Trying too hard to tie it into all
Mhm.
the prequels. Come on, Poncho.
All right. Yeah, once infrared visuals got better, you couldn't just do Predator stuff like that.
Uh-uh.
There we go.
Jeez. Down goes Poncho.
Yep, just like the saddest, like
Ugh.
Arnold's not letting the girl get herself armed.
Oop. Arnold gets hit. Get to the chopper.
But this is also the first time we've seen the Predator's laser cannon not lethal. There's
Right.
no
Because
like, is he
every
just
other
fucking with
time.
them? He just like puts phasers on main? Like,
Right. Unless Arnold being Arnold is just immune to.
right. Well, yeah, because I mean, it didn't take off Poncho's head. They were out
No,
of
it just
budget.
blasted him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not a trailer shot, but an actual laugh shot. Like, that's not Arnold.
No. And the film stock is different.
Yep. Yep. Well, some of this was shot in his backyard, remember? This I think might be it. Not this, obviously. That's why the film stock doesn't match. But Arnold wasn't happy with the second half of the movie, and so he made him shoot in his backyard.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it was the 80s, and
It might have been a lot of the tight shots.
yeah, but I don't remember.
Because all this is still
Yeah, this is not his backyard. I think it was the tight shots, or it might even be the nighttime shots coming up.
Yeah, the
But
night. I believe. Yeah, it could have been the nighttime and final sequence. Some of that.
yeah, because this is yeah, that's not Arnold's backyard. We are we got 28 minutes left, so probably about 25, 24 minutes of movie.
Hmm.
And Arnold's by himself against the Predator now.
It's crazy. Back in the day, before school, I used to start the movie like at this point
All
and just watch it till it was time to leave.
right. Doesn't have his guns. And now we get the full reveal of the Predator, too.
Yeah, just how big he is,
Yep.
and all right,
He got
cut it
hit.
off. I don't think it ever. The Predators never really looked good after the first two movies.
No, because they get too creative. They just don't fucking go with it.
Somebody on YouTube actually did a whole video about the sort of lack of detail, the later ones, how cheap looking they started to get.
I mean, yeah, because once they started making Predator masks for Halloween, it only took till Aliens versus Predator were Requiem for them to start using them. It's because I'm conveniently entirely covered in mud.
There you go. So he has to say that for the dummies in the audience who don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he not see him?
So somebody can say, because of the mud, he just said, yeah. Uh, uh,
If he has infrared, why couldn't he just heat signature? You know, all that dumb shit.
yeah, the new one has a sequence that's like, seems like it's going to be an homage to this, and then it really isn't. I was kind of
No.
bummed out. I was like, why'd you bother setting it up?
And it's also cool from this point till he speaks dialogue to the predator. There's no dialogue. There's no lines.
Yep.
It's kind of a bold move.
I mean, to some degree, you don't expect Arnold to talk. And so you just have found a way to put
But
it in the movie.
since
Like,
this is such a chatty Arnold, though, at this point,
yeah,
they do the audience a favor and just say,
let's take a break. Because what's he going to
"Yeah,
do?
let's
He's
take a
not going to
break."
narrate it. Like, oh
No.
God, can you imagine 1988 Arnold Schwarzenegger fully narrating a movie? 1987? Oh, that would have been fucking awesome. Okay.
There's Billy.
Yep. Just a reminder, the Predator's still out there. And he took a fucking skull. Oh, yeah. And this is where we get the cleaning.
Yeah.
Okay, preparation montage.
We're just being um entertained now by Sylvester's soundtrack.
Mhm. And muscles.
And muscles. I think I kind of like the score to Predator 2 a little better,
Yeah,
even though it's just expanded on this.
yeah. It's we'll get to it, but it's kind of amazing how well the two of them like tonally fit. It's very interesting
Mm-hmm.
for a couple sequels because not everybody does that. Like the aforementioned Alien movies. This is where I'm like, yeah, we could cut like a bunch of these shots down a bit. Like,
It's like Batman getting into his uniform almost.
oh, turn it into the joke that that's the whole fucking movie. Oh
I wonder if
God.
that's Dylan's skull. My favorite.
And once again, it is much darker where Arnold is than where the Predator is at this point. But I mean, the Sylvester score has like 2 to 3 themes in it that it repeats and stuff. Like, it's a
Mm-hmm.
very good score for this kind of thing. Like,
Yeah. It's not too it's not complicated. It's not it's very memorable. Like
yeah, it's got a nice hook on it, right? Like,
mm-hmm. It's almost like Jaws, because anytime somebody goes dun it dun dun dun
mm,
dun it dun dun, you know what the hell it is.
that had to be in the trailer. Arnold goes
Yeah.
primal on this very cool fucking set.
Now that's the
Cue,
playset right there.
cue blue light. Yeah, it is. And you set the individual traps and shit. Hell yeah.
Of course, it would have been released by Kenner. So you know what? They would have just reused the Ewok village.
Oh shit, that would have been awesome.
You know they did that though, right?
What they use it
Uh,
as?
they reused the Ewok village playset. I think twice. They used it as the Robin Hood Prince of
Oh
Thieves
shit.
playset, and I think they reused it again for the Hook action figure.
Yeah, there is probably a good book about the fucking movie action figure market of the
Yeah.
80s as people were trying to fucking catch the lightning of Star Wars.
Well, all the Hook figures, not Hook, the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves figures
Mm,
were molds from Superpowers and Star Wars.
jeez.
Like Robin Hood himself was the body is Green Arrow from Superpowers. I remember that because I had that figure. I was like, why under his tunic is his belt have a G on it? So they didn't even go that far. They just repainted him and put a Kevin Costner head on it.
I mean, that's cool. You get to keep that even though you lose the license.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about when Toy Biz was starting too. So,
Yeah,
ugh,
Toy Biz, who just did cheaper versions of
yeah.
DC Superpowers figures.
Okay, so the Predator did not see him, and now Arnold can swing between the trees for a trailer shot.
Don't.
All right. And oh, I love this sequence.
Yes. Look at that. Oh, the pyrotechnics.
The pyrotechnics, yes. The unappreciated art of the pyrotechnic. 1980.
And this is all practical.
Yep. 1980 to 1997 or something.
Yeah. Look at that. And you could see the whole,
Yep.
set there.
Arnold stuntman jumping around there. There he is.
Oh, he's hurt.
Yep. Not good. But wait, the Predator
Oh, he's got
can't
some
go
damage too.
invisible anymore.
So now they're somewhat on even footing.
Gravy for the goose or whatever. What? Okay, that's gonna bother me.
Oof, oof.
The light has changed as we have entered a different set. I mean, yeah, it's a set, but it looks good. Like
It does look good.
it's still like
But how they never came out with like a playset for this shit. Like they
it'd
ended
be
up with a line of aliens figures and they did Predator, but nothing from they didn't have a fake Dutch. They
you
had all the
fucking oh
Marines.
my god. I don't even want to like can you imagine if they did a fucking Dark Horse Comics thing where you would have your Arnold and your Arnold's brother and shit finally? Oh,
Oh god, yeah.
it'd be fucking awesome.
Dutch and his brother.
Other Dutch. I can't remember what his name was.
Dutch too. Dutch and Hutch.
We are referring to the 1989 or 1989, I think, comic
Yeah.
sequel from Dark Horse. Predator Concrete Jungle is what it's been called, re-released as. It features Arnold's brothers in the as
Who
a
looks a
cop
lot like him.
who looks a lot like him.
It's Arnold with just lighter hair, basically.
Yeah. And they only had licensed materials from this one, but we're setting it in a city. So like they didn't have the Predator 2 license yet. So
Where they couldn't include Danny Glover's character.
they couldn't include Danny Glover's character, but they also couldn't include any of the weapons from 2.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
So they had to
Because that
create
oh
their
my
own
god,
shit.
that's right.
Yeah.
Remember the poster that came in comics for Predator 2?
Yep.
That showed the weaponry.
That showed the weaponry. They really tried to sell. They sort of tried to create a sci-fi Fangoria culture, and it just didn't happen. It never happened.
No, it never really clicked.
Yeah.
But of course, they had their fans because
Yeah.
Fangoria did people.
Well, no, I just mean that
the crossover never.
Not even the crossover that there was. It seemed like at least the idea that you could have a harder Starlog. Right? You could have an R-rated Starlog, the Fangoria of Starlogs, and Predator 2 would have belonged in there. And they just that just never became a thing. Like
no.
Because sci-fi started going direct to video by 92. So it was a relatively short period of time that this kind of thing. And then everything was a fucking Predator movie, unless it was a Predator meets Die Hard, right? Like How
Well,
many
they tried to
Rutger Hauer
crossbreed it with
movies?
Jurassic Park for a while too.
Yeah.
Carnosaur, that bullshit.
And then you could always do Alien. You could always do Terminators too and shit. Like,
Yeah. TC 2000.
yeah.
Every cyborg after the first one.
Okay.
With the exception maybe of the one with Angelina.
But wasn't that a TV movie?
Yeah, I think it did premiere on HBO.
Okay.
Yeah, Cyborg 2 Glass Shadow.
Uh,
Matter of fact, I think the third one did too.
yeah. I think they were a pair.
Because in the third one, a completely different actress plays Angelina.
Uh,
All right. He's like, you've been giving me all this trouble. This motherfucker's been giving me this trouble. You?
I
Stand
love
back. I
this
got something to
sequence
show you.
too. McTiernan just taking advantage of the set there.
Right? Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, this is sort of unexplained. I want you to
Stand back
know
while I
who's going to
whip this
kill
out.
you. Oh, that's right. He just wants to fight him
Yeah.
mano a mano. That's right.
Because macho exists even in the predator
Yeah,
culture.
that's all the predator culture is. Oh, here we go.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, Stan Winston.
Yep. This would be your most successful makeup monster for,
Yeah, because this came a year after The Fly, which really put Stan Winston
yeah.
on the map.
But you would not see this sort of level of detail on a,
No,
because you don't work this hard on Star Trek. Like, you
even the
can't.
creatures in like Leviathan in Deep Star 6 didn't quite.
Yeah, no.
They tried to outdo this with those. Because after this, it became let's go underwater.
Mm-hmm. No, you
Mm.
know Arnold's getting his ass kicked now because he's spitting blood.
Yeah, this is the first movie where Arnold takes an ass whooping like this.
Ah, such a good
And
sequence.
God bless Kevin Peter Hall, who's just
Uh-huh.
killing it in the suit.
Yep. People never understand why the guy in the suit matters until it's bad, and then you know.
Yeah, because none of them, I don't think any of them were ever even as tall
No.
after him. They even pointed that out about the Harry and the Hendersons TV show.
Hmm.
The guys that replaced Kevin Peter Hall were never quite as tall as he was, completely destroying the illusion of the Bigfoot.
All right.
That was another big makeup movie too around this time.
Yeah.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Was that Disney or not Disney?
No, that wasn't Disney.
But it used like new,
Disney-esque.
yeah, special effects
Spielbergian.
outside of that shit. Uh-oh.
All right. Here's your chance.
Ha ha,
Oh,
Predator. Arnold
gotcha.
got you anyway.
Oh, down goes the Predator.
Very much the highlight of your playset there.
Yeah, you hit the button on the side of the tree.
Mhm. It's got some jank little stick control that breaks and you never can reset the log to
Right, you
drop.
can't reset it.
It's broken forever.
Or you could
Fuckers.
stick a little piece of wood in there or
Yep.
something.
Toothpick.
Right?
But somehow that makes it worse. Fuckers.
Yeah.
Fucking Kenner. Sorry.
The spring breaks.
Oh, why the fuck's there a spring? I could eat that. I'm a child. Fuckers. All right. So Arnold's showing mercy. And the Predator says,
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. Now that they have the ability to make predators talk, do they ever talk?
Eh. Not no, not actual no dialogue from the predators really.
So this predator has now activated the self-destruct, which we can tell is going on because of
He's got Billy's laugh
yep,
and
he's got Billy's laugh and the numbers are getting small, or the lights are getting
countdown.
smaller. Because every
Haul ass.
movie's got to have a countdown, or at least if you've seen enough James Bond movies.
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
wonder who
we've
the
got seconds to
stuntman
get
was
out of
on
here.
that. Yeah. And then we do a fucking
We got
smash
a
cut to a helicopter. It was all a fucking dream. Oh, wait, no.
cameo. There's Kevin Peter Hall as the chopper pilot,
Yep.
the chopper pilot.
A fucked up mushroom cloud.
So Kevin Peter Hall played two roles in this film.
And
Yes.
there we have it.
Look at what I did to the jungle.
Yep. Patriotic theme playing. Arnold
This
all
is
fucked up, but
for all the fallen mercs.
yep, there you go.
Came over here, spilt their guts, and gave everything they had.
And this will be basically the end of
Yeah.
Dutch as a character. Nice cut there. That's what some of this is that it's like it's very 80s cutting and things like that. So
Mm-hmm. I'm never going back to the jungle.
that was terrible. I will tell Maria to not book with that agency again. Because Maria Shriver jokes are still funny. Oh, fucking A, Predator. Oh, so
Predator.
good. So good.
A good
Oh, and then
cast
we
is
get
worth
one of
repeating.
these. Yep.
There we go. Richard
Sergeant
Chavez.
Rock, because Shane Black was writing Sergeant Rock. Billy laughing in a shot that he wouldn't have taken.
See, it's all a movie.
Yeah, everybody's smiling. Everybody's
Have a
happy.
drink.
Who doesn't have a shot? Oh, she's cute. There you go.
Arnold.
That's right. Fucking Carl
Hey,
Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Hey.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, Arnold was like, I'm not doing that. They were like, come
So I'm not
on, Carl
smiling at the
Weathers is
camera.
going to do his. Arnold's like, nope, I'm not doing one. So when you don't have anybody talk on screen, you can get away with only having a cast of 9. And then, even though
Kevin
they
Peter
killed
Hall as the Predator.
45 people.
Dun dun. Dun dun. Da da da.
Yeah, so then we get our action theme here at the end.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, I don't think we appreciated Predator enough back in the.
Nah, it didn't become. I know my uncle did. Oh my god.
I mean, because it was a hit though.
He was
Like
a nut for this movie.
it wasn't something that you were like, well, no, like there are some movies that you could watch back then. And I assume you can still fucking do it now, but I'm not
Yeah, this
10,
one
so I don't
was
have time.
yeah.
Movies that you can watch over and over again, but then ones that like you also watch over and over again, but pay more attention to. Predator's one of those.
Predator's one of those, yeah. Because you do catch a few things that you missed.
And it's just such a fucking like lovely the
Oh,
shooting. Craig
Craig
R.
Baxley.
Baxley, man. Oh shit.
Did he directed Action Jackson, didn't he?
I think so. Um like the photography in this is fucking just very good. Like,
Oh yeah. Joel
oh,
Hynek.
I think I just saw one of the makeup Kurtzman guys. So
Mm.
I wasn't reading. Infrared
Uh-oh.
consultant, Dr. Robert Manning, got paid for something you can now do on your phone. Dream Quest Images probably did the CGI,
CG, yeah.
the fake shemps,
Helicopter
knives.
pilot.
No doubt the knives. Cool suit for Predator
Predator.
developed, but I don't think that's
Diligent dwarves.
the cool suit.
Oh, Tall Sally by Will
Porto
Richard.
They got some people killed with it. R.
Art Greenberg.
Greenberg. I think they did the credits for. That's weird that they're
They
like,
did
we
the
did the
credits for
credits.
everything.
There weren't very many credits. Like,
No, this is
it was
tight
Starman.
80s intro.
We fucking forgot that. It was also Starman. It's got the
Starman,
Starman opening. And the Predator will return. Predator versus Gary Busey coming soon to a theater near you. We can only get so legit.
Excellent. 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 Predator. There you have it.
Predator. That's a damn good one.
Classic. Like they don't they're never this good these
They're never
days.
this good. They're getting better. They are getting better. We can spoiler.
Slightly.
They are improving, but Predator, that's only because they've got a really big hole that they get to like sort of hop out of just by basic competence. But we're not going to be talking about that next. Next, we're going to be talking about 1990's Predator 2, which
An underrated sequel.
very underrated sequel. It's started to get a little bit
It's
more
getting love now.
appreciation. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
getting love now.
not in time for a special edition DVD, and it seems unlikely Disney will do one. There might have been one with a commentary from Hopkins. I can't remember.
Very much like very much like Fright Night 2. It's just now getting noticed.
And Predator 2 is kind of in that vein of, if it had been a couple years later, you might have been seeing the first direct-to-video $20 million Predator movie, right? Like, if Fox had gone that route, Predator would have been a great way of doing it, as the recent one proved. But that's not what they did. Instead, they tried to do a sort of tough future sequel that we will be watching next time. The year 1997.
Yeah, 97. The future.
The
The near
future.
future.
So Fox leaning back into their sci-fi. What else? Yeah, I don't know. Predator.
Yeah, Predator.
It's good. Good movie.
Yes. Very, very good film. There's nothing else, enough said really. Because
Yep. Enough said on Predator 1.
and until we come back to another jungle, the urban jungle in Predator 2, we bid everyone good evening.